Welcome to the APAMO Conservation Newscast. As the voice of Belize's protected areas, we bring you the latest about the conservation in Belize. I am your host, Lucille Pulido. In today's top story, we hear from the Executive Director of the Protected Areas Conservation Trust to discuss their history of investments in conservation in Belize and what protected area managers can look forward to in the highly anticipated Conservation Investment Strategy, CIS 2.0.
PACT was created by legislation in 1995 via the passing of the Protected Areas Conservation Trust Act. It opened its doors in 1996 as the National Trust Fund for the country of Belize. So we started our grants program in 1997 as a small grants program that basically awarded grant funding for projects in the tune of around $35,000. That funded activities having to do with the management, the promotion, and development of protected areas. And so those were projects of 6 months, 1 year, and since then we have grown from that small grants program and diversified our portfolio over the years, where we have expanded into financing of capacity development and training. We're now doing climate financing. We're now actually managing projects and programs funded by other international donors as well. So we have come a long way from the traditional small grants program that we started back in 1997.
Back in 2017, PACT launched or PACT developed what we call a conservation investment strategy, with the idea being that we wanted to move away from the traditional grants approach to doing business. We wanted to see long-term financing with the idea of achieving long-term outcomes or goals. CIS 1 coming to a close, we're now under what we call Conservation Investment Strategy 2, short, we call it CIS 2. And the idea under that is to really build on what we learned under the first investment cycle. And so the overall goal here is to increase collaboration and coordination. We now want to take a landscape approach into protected areas management, seeing that some of the threats now that exist are beyond just the borders of protected areas.
Over the years, we have contributed significantly to improving the effectiveness of the management of these areas. We've contributed to critical programs such as surveillance and enforcement, biodiversity monitoring, and in more recent years, we have expanded to financing a lot more of the core costs of running protected areas. That has translated into a tourism product that can be marketed by the country for the enjoyment of local and foreign tourists. It has also translated into livelihoods for local communities that have benefited from the generation of employment over the years. It has also translated into other aspects that you wouldn't necessarily link to protected areas like food and water security, where through the protection of the biodiversity and the ecosystems within those areas, we have been able to ensure that the services that those ecosystems provide for our Belizean population are sustained.
PACT, your partner in protection.
Produced by the APAMO Central Resource Center. Visiting the Half Moon Key Natural Monument has been made safer and more enjoyable thanks to the recent investments by the Belize Audubon Society and their partners, the Biodiversity and Protected Areas Management by APAMO. A solar system that was recently installed means that rangers can now filter their water and access the internet to better report and respond to safety concerns. Visitors can also purchase Wi-Fi on the island and go live to share their incredible experience with the world. Here's more on that very promising development.
Half Moon Key operations are made much easier with the installation of a solar system through the BELIZE-Official project. Rangers are now more informed of impeding storms and hurricanes which may affect the atoll because of the installation of internet. In the event of an emergency, Rangers have internet access to communicate information and to be more aware of impeding storms and hurricanes. The solar panels that have been installed through the BELIZE-Official project have made life much more easier at Half Moon Key. Rangers are happy. They have been able to communicate with their families via the internet, as well as tour guides in the event of an emergency. Guests can also purchase Wi-Fi, which also adds as a revenue stream for the Belize Audubon Society. Wi-Fi is sold $5 per day and $15 per 3 days. This also adds to the financial sustainability for Belize Audubon Society and, of course, helps manage Half Moon Key Natural Monument. The solar panels are so important that it provides energy to the water pump that basically purifies the rangers' water. That's something that they drink on a daily basis. It is also important because rangers are now able to get internet access, which they have information in the event of storms, especially during hurricane season in Belize.
Where there is indigenous people, there is forest, says the Itsamna Society. This community-based organization co-manages the Eligio-Pante National Park, which is located near San Antonio Village in the Cayo district. Since its establishment, the park has experienced many challenges, but community members are determined to protect their sacred land and ensure that the spirit of their ancestors lives on. The APAMO Central Resource Center, ACRC, visited the Eligio-Pante National Park to find out more.
Where there is indigenous people, there is forest. My name is Maria Garcia, and I'm the chairperson for Itsamna Society. We are, the organization itself is co-managing the Eligio-Pante National Park, which is 13,600 acres of land. It's a pristine rainforest. It's a corridor, that serves Barton Creek to Macal River. So it's a very, we can say a fragile piece of rainforest that we need to protect.
Eligio-Pante National Park, being part of the Maya Mountain Massif, is a hotspot for biodiversity. We really don't know exactly how much we have, but we have seen footprints, we have seen carcasses. Sometimes you'll be lucky when you're coming into the park, sometimes you're crossing your path. Even with Quatemundis, with jaguars, with the turkeys. We also host 7 international IUCN listed threatened species. That is something to say that we have to maintain this area.
It's a day-to-day responsibility. Like, for example, our rangers have to patrol, have to monitor, have to do the maintenance.
We protect our culture by protecting the forest because of the coexistence that we have developed over centuries. And that is, we use the forest for everything. We use it for our housing, we use it for our medicine, we use it for our food.
Our water system comes from this park. It gives us fresh air, it gives us food, because when it rains, we get the rain into our community, and then, we are able to produce food, the community is able to produce food, so it's part of our life.
The communities of San Antonio primarily is an agriculture community, so they really depend on the water. We also preserve culture in a way because in this Eligio-Pante National Park, we have cave systems that we still use and we still practice our Mayan ceremonies.
When we were negotiating the park with the government, the elders came to us and they tell us, in this national park, they said, there is a sacred cave. And they told us more or less where to find it. And they said, but bear in mind that this cave is a living cave. This cave have a special spirit that takes care of it.
As you all can see right behind me, we have what we call the offering cave. The offering cave consists of 15 chambers, and in some of these chambers we can find Mayan artifacts.
The energy in the cave is so strong and powerful. And you can feel it as you enter the park, you can feel the energy. You can feel the peacefulness, the connection that you get, and then when you come out with that energy,
We have the Sapodilla Falls, we have the Offering Cave, we have views, we have nature walks, we have birds, we have almost everything that you can come and enjoy in this area.
We still do our Mayan ceremonies there. We still have those beliefs.
We're trying to protect the environment. We're trying to ensure that we still continue to maintain our traditions. We dedicated this area so that we can protect this plant species for medicinal purposes.
The name came, as to be able to honor, Don Eligio Pante, because Don Eligio Pante was, our, spiritual, healer in the community.
In this village of San Antonio in the Cara district resides a rather special man of medicine with his different sort of clinic. Born in 1899, Don Eligio has been practicing his craft for over 55 years. He learned medicine as a ticlero, where working deep in the forest, it was not easy to run to town every time a man got sick. Here in his unmarked roadside clinic, Don Eligio spends much of his time preparing traditional remedies.
This medicine is for El Ciro, to cure El Ciro.
He did his mission within the community, so to honor him, to honor his work, the park was named after him. And then by doing so, we will remember him for generations.
Produced by the APAMO Central Resource Center. From the time of the ancient Maya to modern-day Belize, medicinal herbs have been widely used to treat a variety of illnesses. Our protected areas safeguard not only beauty and biodiversity, but they also keep a stock of herbal plants, many of which have properties to treat serious illnesses. The ACRC visited the Billy-Buckadeer National Park to learn more about herbs and their medicinal properties.
Hi everyone, my name is Robert Polanco. We're at the Billy-Buckadeer National Park and we'll be talking about herbal plants today. This is the Mexican firebush plant, botanical name Amelia patens. This plant also is known as the Ishkanan, the Chichipin, or the Pali redhead. Can easily be identified among other medicinal plants due to its inner tannish leaves, greener outer leaves with orange stems, and also it contains orange flowers on the top with some orange berry. It can be used to treat a wide variety of illnesses and diseases using folk medicine and ancient Mayan medicine. It is used to treat skin problems such as skin fungus, athlete's foot, stubborn skin ulcers, used to treat psychiatric disorders, and also used to treat uterine delay menses and urinary tract infections. To prepare a dose of this medicinal plant to treat skin infection, you gather about 6 to 8 leaves, dry them, crush it and make it into a powder, apply it to the stubborn wound. This plant goes by the name cowfoot and obel in Maya. The distinguishing marks are the large leaves with the elongated seed pods containing very tiny seeds. It is used to treat a wide variety of respiratory tract diseases such as bronchitis, pneumonia, emphysema, and also to treat stubborn colds. This plant is rich in iron and vitamin C. It's also used as a stimulant to induce pain and reduce swelling. It can be brewed in teas or it can be crushed and applied to local wounds, sprains, and swelling.
If you'd like to learn more about herbal medicine, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Steadfast Tourism and Conservation Association. In early October, the Belize Audubon Society hosted the Belize Birding Festival 2023. The event brought together bird-watching enthusiasts from all over the country, along with expert tour guides and ecotourism stakeholders. BAS thanks all their partners, sponsors, and of course, all those who participated. Here's a short recap of the event.
Hi guys, welcome to the Belize Birding Festival 2023.
We are about birds. That's our number one attraction and speciality.
They perform essential ecosystem services to make the planet a place where we can actually live and be happy.
Come and learn, different areas that you could visit Belize, not only for birding, for culture, for food, for adventure.
Our natural resources are a very important part of our tourism product. And of course, birding, which is a large sport in Belize, is now a highlight over this weekend, and we're glad to be here representing our members.
We are one of the birding lodges in the country, and the birding festival is happening. We have to come and represent, right? We have to come and showcase and try to attract people to come and visit us. We have some of the nicest birds in our area. Everybody is welcome to come and witness birds like orange-breasted falcons, hawk eagles, and we will be happy to show them around.
Also, we have t-shirts to sell, especially this t-shirt over here. These t-shirts actually have the birds of Coxcomb. So we want to promote Coxcomb. And you can see a lot of different birds, and this is a really cool place to visit.
In commemoration of APAMO's 16th anniversary, the ACRC hosted APAMO's 16th Anniversary Conservathon on October 7, 2023. The event, a 9.8-mile marathon stretching from the highway to the Mayflower-Bukowina National Park, not only promoted health and fitness, but also raised awareness about the existence and importance of protected areas. Here's a look back at the event. If you would like to know more about APAMO and our member organizations, please be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at APAMO Belize, and also visit our website at apamobelize.org. By helping us spread this message, you are keeping your community informed and engaged in the fight for conservation. Thank you all for watching. We are the Association of Protected Areas Management Organizations, the voice of Belize's protected areas.